Here guys, welcome to on my YouTube channel. I am come back with the new video, a new perspective to the learning the English. Guys, for so many people they just speak the English but they don't try to focus on the what is that mistake that happen. So many fossilized mistake that happens. What is mean by the fossilized mistake? You can to understand first of all. The fossilized mistake, suppose you are to just repeating and repeating. Suppose any sentence, like for the one sentence is the okay, how are you? That's you are to repeating sometimes so many times, and it makes your habits. This is called as the fossilized mistake. And what's happened most of that they are to just repeat and repeat, like for the words is also okay, and you can to say the other is that give the response for the okay. This is called as the fossilized mistake, and that to impress for in your communication system, it's very to low downs, means you can to just repeat and repeat this sentence. It is not very good, I think. And this is called as the mix of the fossilized mistake. Just you can to try for the okay, you are said that okay, but you can to change for this words is also means replace that's words. First of all, you can to practice more and more to speaking as well as listening is also. If you want to that to listen for the podcast, as well any movies, there to some sentence they're available, and you can to apply this. What happen most of the in your mind, so many vocabs is also ready, but you can't speak. Whenever you can to communicate the other persons or any stranger persons, you are not to use so many vocabs. Why? Because it's not very active vocabulary. One is the active vocabulary, other is the passive vocabulary. First of all, you can to active your vocabulary, means you can to use for the some sentence, deliberately use that sentence in your communications. And whenever you can to use for this more and more against, automatically it becomes in your makes habits, and that sentence to automatics it's come out in your brain. This is called as the learning technique for the anything's vocabs, active vocabulary. And passive vocabulary, what happens? Most of the vocabs you know, and that's name is known, but you are not used. This is called as the passive vocabulary. You don't use so many times. This is only one few words to use, but they are to know. So many vocabs is also known, but you can't to use. This is called as the passive vocabulary. But whenever you can to make habit to learning, deliberate and mimic of that sentence, any that items, you can to just try to eat more and more repeated in your communication system. You mix at a certain point levels to mix okay in here to use of that sentences and other sentences in here to apply, and these habits to mix for in your to good communications command. Whenever you can to just use for this most and most repeated again and again, automatically it becomes makes your habit. And because for I have makes very a habit for sentences to learning English. First of all, beginning in the mistake that happens, okay, ignore that mistakes and going forward directions. It might be is very important to learning the English. Any processes, like for suppose at you were to goal, suppose any goal, like for you will to crack for some papers, but first of all mistake that happens, ignore it, and you can to just try and try more and more again. Definitely at one day you can to meet for your goal. Thank you so much, and subscribe my channel all dear